Hello everyone, it is Toby here, back for another deadlift session here in the garage gym, and what a session I have for you guys coming up. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up being quite a long video because this block's deadlift sessions are going to be pretty full on because we're going to be peaking towards an extremely heavy double in week 4, and when I mean extremely heavy, I mean weights that I haven't even touched for a single apart from on one occasion. So I'll leave that bit of suspense for you over the next 4 weeks, but trust me, if you don't want to miss this huge peak we're doing at the minute, go down below, click subscribe, turn those notifications on, and over the next 4 weeks we're going to be building to a pretty beastly deadlift. So week 1 of this block then, we're going to be starting off still pretty damn heavy. For a double, we're going to be doing 250 kilos. So by no means light at all. And then after that, we're going to drop the weight down and do some speed work, literally 6 sets, 2 reps, speed reps. Just get that explosive power off the floor, drilled into my brain so that when it comes heavy, that there is no question about being able to break the floor on that. And then if that wasn't enough, we're going into the RDLs, Romanian deadlifts, after that, lighting up the posterior chain, making sure the hamstrings and glutes are bulletproof. And then if that even more was not enough of heavy barbell work, after all of that, we're going to be doing some heavy Pendlay rows to finish off our barbell work. But that is not at all for the work. That is just the start of this session. Then we have got plenty of great back accessories to come. So stick around and I'll go over those once we've got the barbell work out the way. But yeah, it's going to be pretty full on. So even though the groundwork of the session is going to be very similar to the deadlift sessions that we have seen over the last few months, we're going to be mixing up our accessories in a bit, doing some more speed work and more fun stuff like that. So plenty of stuff to talk about, plenty of fun stuff to watch. So make sure you stick around for that as we progress through the sessions over the next few weeks, but it's going to be good. But today's agenda, first thing we've got to do is that heavy deadlift double. So going to start warming up, going to get nice, loose and warm. I'll film a couple of my warm-up sets and then we will jump into the big boy top set. Obviously no messing around here. So 250, hopefully I can make this look really smooth, really comfy. And yeah, build a great basis to then build off of the next few weeks. Trying out a new angle. The garage gym is hard to get different angles in. Usually just over there is the one that I always go for because either I'm too tall or the bar's too long and you can't get it in. But this one seems to be okay. So let's see how it goes and let's see how 170 moves. Should be pretty nice. Yep, moved pretty good. Final warm up at 220. I can't believe that I remember this being my max for so long, a couple of years ago, and now it's my final warm up. It's nice, but yeah, this should move really nice, and then we'll move on to the top set. Yeah, that was really good. And let me know, by the way, do you prefer the sort of talking, then lifting, and continuing talking like I am now, or do you prefer me just to say, this is what I'm going to do, then put some music over it and just get lifting? Let me know in the comments below, because I do a mix at the minute, and I want to know which one you prefer, but I'm going to stop talking, let's get on with the top set. Right, top set time. I have a rule, anything 250 and over is smelling salts. Anything below 250 I can do without, but yeah, let's get it. Well, it doesn't get much better than that. They moved so quickly. For 250, that is mega. That felt really, really good. Like, super fast. It felt like I accelerated towards lockout, if anything, which is just awesome. That is absolutely fantastic. And speaking of accelerating towards a lockout, it is now time to do our 6 sets of speed work. So 6 doubles, 190 kilo, as fast as we can. Obviously not as fast in the rest times or anything, but like when we're actually doing the reps, we've got to move that weight as fast as we possibly can. Just get really used to exploding off the floor and firing it up to lockout. So this should be a pretty good montage for you guys. I know I said that I like to mix it up by putting some with me talking, so with music. These are going to be with music. Let me know what you prefer in the comments below, but let's smash out that speed work. Be deceived by those speed deadlifts. They may look fast, they may look easy, but when you've done 6 sets of them, by that 5th and 6th set, your hamstrings are feeling it, your glutes are feeling it, your lower back, your lats, everything is starting to feel it. It's starting to feel sluggish off the floor, even though every single set looked the exact same, but that is exactly what we want. If we were able to power through and get it speedy when it's feeling heavy, when it's actually heavyweight and we're fresh, then our body already knows that we're going to explode through it and smash out the lift. So really, really good. I expect the top sets over the next few weeks to be getting speedier and speedier, even though the weight's going up. So yeah, it's really good. But that is not the end of the heavy barbell work by any means. We've still got Romanian deadlifts and Pendlay rows to come. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up the bar to the correct weight for the RDL. It's going to be a bit lighter than we've done in the past, I think, just because we've done a lot of deadlifting already. And we're going to finish off the hamstrings and glutes with the RDLs, 2 sets, 6 to 10 reps. So yeah, it's going to be brutal, but we're going to get it done because we're not going to build a big deadlift without it. And we want that 300 in the near future. So I'm going to set the camera, set the barbell. We're going to smash them out. That there is another exercise not to be underestimated. After all of that speed deadlifting, even just doing 140, which is light for me, for 2 sets of 10, you could see the second set, it was a struggle to get those last few reps. I mean, they moved easy, but the pain and the core stability and all of that just was going. So now my hamstrings and glutes are well and truly finished off, but we've still got the Pendlay rows to go, which are still brutal. Now, in the past, the last few weeks, I've been doing this at 160, and I can tell you right now that in my current state, I won't be able to do that. So yeah, in the last few weeks we haven't had RDLs right before that. They've been straight after the deadlift accessory. So yeah, we're going to keep them at the same weight as the RDLs, and each week the RDLs will go up by 10 kilos, so hopefully the rows will as well, and we can build both of them at the same time. So yeah, going to be brutal, but those RDLs really are deceiving. They feel easy the first 5 reps, and then the last 5 of each set are just absolute killers. But that's why we're here. That is why we're building huge deadlift strength, is because we get in, we get the work done, and we don't complain about it. Well, maybe we complain about it a little bit, but next up on the agenda, the Pendlay rows. So without further ado, here they are. Okay, so I'm not going to lie, I've put you in the rack right now because holding my arm up is really hard work. So I thought I'd just stand back and talk to you like this, because then I won't rush because my hand's dropping and dropping. But yeah, they were tough. They were really tough. They looked fine and they moved easy, but yeah, I'm really feeling it now. This session is an absolute monster. Like, at the start, I thought I hyped it up a bit too much, but now I'm doing it. It's certainly going to make for a hell of a session. So that is it. We are halfway through the session. I know you can't believe it. Halfway through. 4 brutal barbell exercises out the way in heavy deadlifts, speed deadlifts, RDLs, and the Pendlay rows. The entire back of me is on fire at the minute. It is really sore, really, really tired and knackered, but we have still got some more exercises to go. And now it's usually the time where I go, this is a montage of one of each of my back accessories, and every video they're the same accessories, and they're going to be very similar this time round as well. But I do like every single block, I get my sort of main exercises, and then for the accessories it says this or that, this or that. So I have freedom to move them around and do what I want, and it keeps it interesting, keeps it fresh for me. So I like to switch my accessories every single block. So usually it's some form of single arm row variation, some form of vertical pulling, lat pull down, you know, that sort of thing, and then some form of supported row, whether that be a seated row, a chest supported row, that sort of thing. And I get freedom within those categories to pick which one of those that I want to do each block. So in the past we've done, for the single arm, we've done heavy dumbbell rows, we've done strict cable ones, we've done even heavier meadows rows, we've done plenty of stuff. Similar with the lat pull downs, we've done pull-ups, done close grip, wide grip, all of that jazz, and similar with the seated rows and chest supported rows, any variation that I want to do. So this block, I'm going to focus on a stricter single arm variation, but not as strict as the cable rows. We're going to be doing chest supported rows, so the same chest supported dumbbell rows that I've done in the past, but this time do them single arm, so one arm at a time. That is something I've not done before, so it should be a pretty good different exercise to get done, even though it's very similar. And then we're just going to do standard lat pull downs. I've been doing them the last few blocks. I don't like to mess with them too much, but yeah, maybe some weeks I'll try pull ups, some weeks I'll try lat pull downs, but this week it's going to be lat pull downs. I'm sticking at the exact same weight every single week and just trying to get my form stricter and stricter. And then once I am feeling that they're too easy, up the weight with sloppy form and then get stricter and stricter. That's sort of how I progress those. And then for the seated rows, we're going to go back to that neutral wide grip variation, because I really liked doing that the other block about 8 weeks ago now. And the neutral grip on that is just really nice. And it hits not only the back, but also the biceps quite nicely as well. And I don't get much bicep work in apart from the strongman stuff, so it's good to get done. So those are the 3 accessories I'm going to choose. So you'll sort of see I stick to the same regime of one sort of chest supported stricter variation, one sort of heavier, more cheaty variation, and one sort of in between. And I like to mix up which of the different exercises that is. Sometimes it's the single arm rows are the heavy cheaty ones. Sometimes the lat pull downs are the heavy cheaty ones. You know, that sort of thing. And mixing them up, and it just keeps things fresh, keeps the body ready for anything. And I urge you that when you're programming yourself, or if you have a coach or anything, ask them if you could keep the accessories free, because apart from the main heavy ones like the deadlift, speed deadlift, RDLs and Pendlay rows, they should stay pretty similar week on, week out. But the more isolating accessories that are just there to get blood in the muscles and finish yourself off, you should have the freedom in that to keep things interesting. It's going to keep you excited coming in, week out. So that's my big bit of advice, is if you keep the main portion of the program pretty strict, because that's how you make progress, and then in the later accessories in the session, give yourself some freedom to work around within them. Because if you go in every week and have to do single arm dumbbell rows, and by 2 weeks in you just can't be asked to do single arm dumbbell rows, well then you shouldn't have to try and force yourself through them. You should be able to have the freedom to mix it from single arm dumbbell rows to meadows rows or single arm cable rows, but still in the same vein. It's not going to have that big of an effect on your training, in my opinion. I think it's actually better to keep variety in the accessories. So that's all I have to say on the matter. Sorry it's been a bit of a waffle, but what I'm going to do now is smash out these accessories and show you them in a little montage. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the back portion of today's video, completely done and dusted. It was an absolute monster of a back day. I am proper knackered now, and I hope you all did enjoy watching it and found it useful to follow along with my training. See if you can get any ideas for your own training. Let me know in the comments below if you have ever nabbed any of the exercises that I do for your own training, tried them out, seen that they work, or just any general tips that I've given. I mean, all I do is regurgitate information that I've learned off other people that I found useful. So hopefully me regurgitating it to you has been useful for you guys. But that is it for the main portion of the session. Obviously, normally at the end of a back day, we do some grip. I've been in here 2.5 hours now, and on the program is the thick bar holds. So usually that would entail loading up at the end of a barbell, holding the fat side on each arm for as long as you can for a couple of sets. But today I am pretty much out of time, so we're going to do a little bit of a challenge. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a fat grip dead hang, because for one, my back needs stretching out, and for two, I haven't done one in a long time and I want to challenge myself. Last time I did it when I was like 20 kilo lighter, I got 34 seconds. So we're going to try beat that today at 125 kilo body weight. I doubt very much that we will, but we will give it a go. So that is what you're going to see right now. That's what we love to see. And not only did I beat my time, which I thought, by the way, was 34 seconds, and that's what I said it was, but I checked my records and it was actually 25 seconds. So we obliterated that time. We got 37 seconds at a body weight of 125 kilo. Like, my grips come on massively. That is hugely, way better than I thought it was going to be. I thought that I'd struggle to beat my time from when I was under 100 kilos. So really pleased with that. Like, I couldn't be more pleased with that. So I'm really happy with not only how today's deadlift session has gone, but also the grip at the end of it. So yeah, that is where I am going to leave this video. I hope you did enjoy. Obviously, it was an absolute monster of a session, and there is just more of those to come in the next few weeks. So be sure to go down below, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you can keep up to date with when I post these awesome session videos. But without further ado, I hope you did enjoy. If you liked the video, leave a like down below, and I will see you in the next one.